Hello. How is it going, Forex traders? And yes, we are back at it again for our chart insight, where I show you my projection into the new week. So for this coming week, I have some couple of currency pair that I'm looking at for potential trading opportunities. If this is your first time coming across my channel, do yourself some good by subscribing to this channel because you don't want to miss out on rich content that I'm dropping on YouTube. So subscribe, make sure you turn on post notification so you will always get a notification whenever I drop content like this. So left that right into it. I have here with me about 5 currency pair that I'm looking for trading opportunity in the week we want to get into. So I have GBP USD, Euro AUD, Euro CAD, and gold. So these 5 are already presenting a very good opportunity for me. So let's look at it one after the other. So we are going to start with GBP USD. So GBP USD, what has been really happening and how do we need to position ourselves for trading opportunity? First off, we need to understand what the higher time frame is saying. Overall trend on GBP USD on the 3-month chart is actually to the downside. But for some months or years back, we are seeing that the pounds is already gaining more strength when we approach this support level, and price since then has been pushing upward. So what we want to do is that we want to take a buying opportunity, and where it's most likely that price may attract some sellers is back into this major level on our 3-month chart. So this level right here, we price may come to attract this level. So we want to look for how we are going to capitalize on a buy opportunity to the upside. Then before we get more information, we need to narrow it down to other various time frame. And here on the monthly chart, we have price breaking above this level. If you check our previous episode on Chart Insight, I told us that I'm expecting a pullback on this pair, but unfortunately I didn't catch any of these because when the market opened on Monday, it went so fast that it didn't really give a good opportunity to enter during the week. So one thing in trading as well is just to exercise a lot of patience and be disciplined. So now we are pulling back into this broken resistance and price has come back to retest it. So to have more look, we want to look at the weekly chart, and on our weekly chart we will see that price is still trending up by giving us higher lows, higher lows. So price may probably retrace back this point then before we push up. If price should drop back to that point and then pushes up higher, we expect to see some sort of double bottom. I told you already that I'm a chart pattern trader. I'm a price action trader. Overall, I trade price action. So I tend to look for patterns in the market that I can capitalize on before I take my trade. So on the day chart, this will be more visible for us to see. So on the day chart, if you look very well, you can see we are having a beautiful bullish trend. A beautiful bullish trend, price creating highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Yes, we can come back to give us an equal low, then we still expect price to push further upward. So I'm expecting price to come back into this level before I take my buy decision. Alternatively, I can as well apply my Fibonacci. So we'll see that from the concept of Fibonacci, we have the 0.5 and 0.618. Both of this level fails to hold price. So the last level on my Fib is the 0.79. Price can retrace into the 0.79 and then we can attract some buys here. Then we want to push this market back to the upside. So I'm expecting to swing this trade when I get my trading confirmation. I plan to hold this trade for as long as the market want to give me. So I'm looking for potential buying opportunity. So if we come to the 4 hours chart where I'm going to be, of course, taking my entry. So this can guide me on the 4-hour time frame. This is a counter trend line. So I can just possibly wait for price. because we can Monday, Tuesday, price can dance around at this region and then eventually we break above, telling me that we have successfully bounced off from this region. Then I will be so confident to come here and place my buy trade, and I want to make sure to target the next resistance. So my first level target is going to be this high. So when price get to this high, I'll be closing some part of my position. That is if I get an entry. So from that point to this point, that is going to be giving me roughly ratio 2. So I'm going to be closing part of my position, and when we fully break out, and then I will look forward to add to my trade. So that is just the explanation and my trading opportunity I'm expecting on GBP USD. So very quickly, let's move to Euro USD. Euro USD is also giving some sort of the same confirmation. So Euro USD here, I'm still expecting this push to come to this point. I'm expecting that push to come to that point. We can see how aggressive the buyers are strong in this market. So what we want to be looking for to consider is still a bullish movement. But when price now approach this level, then we may say seller may try to step in. So now on the monthly chart, what do we have? A strong bullish movement. But one thing about Euro USD is that can we have a deeper pullback? If we have a deeper pullback, that is going to definitely affect the GBP USD as well. But the way I look at it, we may as well close this month strong. Yes, we may as well close this month strong to the upside. So since the buyers are really stepping in, if you look at the monthly chart, we are not really having so much pullback. So this might just be the pullback, and then we can have the buyer step in next. So this is a level that price already cleared with a strong bullish Marubozu candlestick, and we are having a little bit of retest on it. So on the weekly chart, we want to look at what is actually going on. The bullish structure is still very much intact. Higher highs and higher lows, higher highs. Can we have a pullback, or can we still push upward like this before we get to that point? So Euro USD, we need to actually exercise some bit of patience, and on the day chart I can see price still creating that strong bullish movement. We can see the bullish movement, and if you look at the pullbacks on Euro USD, it's not something so big. This is the only time when we have a bigger pullback. You can see these two just minor pullback. Whenever we are having minor pullback like this, it's telling us that there is a strong bullish movement. So this might just be another minor movement in the market. Then to follow next, we want to see a very aggressive impulsive move to the upside. And on the 4-hour, I'm seeing something very interesting. Yes, what I see interesting is that I'm seeing a chart pattern. Like I said, I trade price action, so I need to pay attention to chart patterns. So here I'm seeing a continuation pattern for bullish. So if price should break above this region, that is the only moment I'll be looking to take a buy trade. And yes, I want to swing this. This is a potential ratio 5 on paper now. So I'm expecting price to actually pull up. Then you are going to take a buy trade. So I'm going to look forward to take a bullish movement. So if price should break above this flag pattern, then we'll look to take a buy trade. And as well, on the 4-hour charts, there is a trend line we can nicely plot right here. Yes, this is a trend line on the 4-hour chart. So we have some couple of confluence factors in play that is supporting our claim for bullish movement. But if otherwise price drops lower, of course we may want to switch side to take the opposite direction. But before we switch side, we want to see concrete reason before we switch our buyers to sell. For now, I'm still very bullish on Euro USD and GBP USD. Then the next pair is Euro AUD. Euro AUD, let's also start from the top, which is the 3-month chart. We have a 3-month resistance that price has got into. If you look at this 3-month chart, we will see that Euro AUD is bullish. Euro AUD being bullish, but we've approached a major level which can lead to some sales attractiveness, and price may likely pull down. And if we want to pay attention to market structure here as well, we expect some drop. This is a high, a low, a high. We expect some drop. The drop might not come to this point, but definitely we expect some points into some minor level. We are going to look at those minor level when we scale lower to more lower time frame. So on the monthly chart, what we want to pay attention to here now is that we have about 4 months ago, price rejected massively from this point. We get back there this month, and now we are having a strong rejection, though the candlestick are yet to close, but we can deduce from this that price is rejecting from here, and we have some sellers right here. So the weekly chart is showing me a potential double top. A potential double top. Yes. And if we are going to be taking our sell, we want to take our sell back to the neckline of this double top. So this is like a minor level that price may drop into. So how do we take our sell? Last week closed very strong bearish candlestick, which is a shooting star, a very strong one. And on the day charts, we can see that we have a strong rejection from this level. So the only thing that can guide us here is our counter trend line. It looks like we already have a break. So what I will be waiting for is to wait for some pullback. I want to see a pullback back into this region. Okay, let me change that. I want to see pullback into this region. Or another thing here is that we can make use of our Fibonacci. We are waiting for price to retrace. So let's put in our Fibonacci from the recent swing high to swing low. So I'm waiting for price to retrace back. Price can retrace back into this point, and then we'll look for potential opportunity to fire it all the way down. So this is what I'm seeing on Euro AUD. On Euro AUD. So on Euro AUD, we can come and test this level and then drop, or price can keep further push up before we see that drop. So that is that on Euro AUD. We have Euro CAD. Euro CAD on the 3-month charts. Let's look at Euro CAD. We are very bullish on Euro CAD. I will see that the last 3 months candlestick close as an LD bullish candlestick above this level, telling us that we may likely have broken this resistance. And if we have broken this resistance, where is the next major point? If we look left, the only major point we can approach is this point. So how can we take trade opportunity to this region? This is going to be a massive ride because we are having a potential 800 pips to the upside. How do we capitalize? Let's look at the monthly chart. A strong bullish movement. And on the weekly charts, what do we see? And on the weekly charts, we are seeing structure that is moving in the upward direction, telling us that yes, we are still working in the right path. So probably we may see some retracement back into this region before we see that surge to the upside. Then on the day chart, right here, this is a counter trend line that can guide us before we start taking a buy trade. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that clearly. So maybe, of course, we can add this to it to now become a flag pattern. Yes, we can have this to become a flag pattern. So price can come and still dance around, but when we now eventually break above, yes, it is now good to say that we are free to the upside to look for buy trade. We are free to the upside to look for buy trade. So all of these are going to be a major swing trade for me, which when I get my entry, and as far as the market is really dancing to my tune, I might be looking to hold this for a while. And lastly, we have gold. So on gold, I did told us that I'm still bullish on gold from our previous episode. But I took a trade on gold last week, which hit me at break even. Then price came back here, but I wasn't on my chart before. When I came back to the chart, I already saw that price already left. But you know, one thing is that you don't jump after the price. So let's start this from the monthly chart to see. We will see that gold is still very, very strong. Gold is still very, very strong, bullish. We are pushing up to approach this major resistance. And on the weekly chart, we have a lot of range here, but price is still moving in structure. When you pay attention to structure, things become clearer. We are having higher lows. I'm looking at this point to be a possible higher low to capitalize on that movement. It was actually a painful trade because I didn't get to see the charts, because as I said before the beginning of this video, that on Monday most of the market moved so fast and I didn't check my chart overnight. So if I did, I would have gotten on most of this trade. So yeah, I spot this opportunity right here, but when it happened, I'm out of screen. So there's nothing we can do about missed trade. So we just have to set our side for another trading opportunity. So another trading opportunity is that price has cleared this level, and if you pay attention to what we have on the day chart, this is still a double bottom. In this case, it is a rising bottom, not the equal bottom, a rising bottom. So I'm expecting price to push higher, So how to enter this trade? Since we have broken a minor resistance, I want price to pull back into this region, then I'll be looking to take my buy trade. Wait for price to pull back. We can as well have some little bit of deep pullback then before we push up. So one thing we can as well use, because we already see that this market is trending already, we can bring out our fib, then patiently wait for price. We can retrace back into this fib level then before we fire all the way up. So gold, we are also looking for a possible 1000 pips push into the future. This is what gold can actually do within a week. So these are the pair that I want to share with you, and you can do well to do your own research as well. This is not a trading signal, but an eye-opening to what I'm looking at. If you like this sort of content, like and share this video. Comment if you have any question you may want to ask, and if you are yet to subscribe, make sure you do that, as I will be uploading insightful content here on YouTube and you don't want to miss out on them. So until then, I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.